Hello, hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Fallout 4 NCR Lone Ranger. I'd like to pre-apologize to everyone who's been watching this series regularly. I know you're all excited for me to go take out this band of raiders down there by the church, but after spending 3 days and a good 12 to 14 hours trying to do just that, anything less than using console commands to cheat did not work. It's with the combination of mods that I have and the weapons they have and the build I'm doing, it may not be impossible, but for me it is. So I'm very sorry for that. So we're going to be taking a kind of a hard left story-wise, and I do pre-apologize for that. So do stick with me, and I promise what I'm going to do is going to make sense. So now that I've rambled for a good minute, on with the show. The Ranger felt an instant connection with this blue robot, mostly because they were both seeking the same thing. Deep red bloody revenge. Yeah, the difference here was, the Ranger had been seeking hers for a long time, and she knew where her quarry was. She knew where Kellogg was. Unfortunately, this Ada robot, well, she didn't. So, out of a sense of twisted revenge sistership, or kinship, she decided right then and there she'd help the little blue robot. Heading down the road, though, she found their friend Jackson, relieved him of his valuables, left him with his dignity, and then listened to his tape.
We ran into some hostile robots today. They were pieced together, like the ones we've been making in that workbench. Weird thing is, one of them was spouting something about the Mechanist. That they're here to protect the Commonwealth. Yeah, protected my ass. We managed to lose them. Those things were dangerous. Shades and I went back and picked up an arm we shot off. Whoever's making these things is an expert. Maybe even beyond my level. I'll have to look into upgrading Ada and Hertz for some better protection.
Having heard that, she wasn't really surprised that whoever this Mechanist was ended up getting people dead. No, the surprising part is that someone who knew what they were doing, this Jackson fella, ended up as someone who ended up dead. But, you know, life ain't perfect, nor does it always make sense. In her travels, getting to where she was going, she came across a small building. In there, she found a key for the back storage. Now, she didn't know that there was one, but glad that it was there. Taking a look, she found a few things, but nothing overly interesting. Though a few things that were very handy. Now, she had every intention of helping this robot get its vengeance. She had made more promises first. Besides, she didn't know what she was going to be getting into. And all honesty, she felt more comfortable working with people than machines, though she didn't like either too much either way. So she was going to head back and check in with them Brotherhood fellas. However, along the way, she heard sounds of, conflict and violence. Decided, well, she'd best be taking a look at that. Wouldn't want to be dragging trouble to the door of the Brotherhood. The Rust Devils seem to be rather impressive, having taken 2 shots to the head before falling down. Now, one thing that's made the Raiders of Maine and other places stand out was their weapons. And those two, well, they were carrying stuff that was nautical design. Harpoon guns and the like. For someone from the deserts, that seemed downright alien. For the robots on their part, at least they carried, you know, ammunition that she wanted. Now, while she might haven't just fought some of these robots, she understood the appeal of wearing their bits and pieces as armor. But she had to admit, it did look damn ridiculous. She wasn't too surprised that when she came across the Raiders, the things they had were mostly garbage. Of course, if they had good stuff, they wouldn't need to raid people. Well, with that done, decided best be getting back to her Brotherhood friends. They seem to be needing a lot of help, and she could definitely use their favor when they could give it. Besides, they're always looking for higher end technology, and I think they'd be mighty impressed with Ada.
This location appears quite secure.
Halen?
Ree still giving you the cold shoulder?
I can handle it.
If you could, you'd be the first. Reese bleeds brotherhood. It's all he cares about. It's his family. It's his whole life. If anything else comes into the picture and gets in the way, he shoves it aside.
Is there something between the two of you?
That's none of your business. Look, just give Reese some time. I'm sure he'll see you're a valuable member of the team, and he'll come around. So, are you ready to take on your first assignment?
What exactly does a scribe do for the Brotherhood?
We do everything that the pilots and the soldiers need to keep all of their operations running. All the scientific research, the repairs, the tactical planning, you name it. We do all of the technical work. Of course, I'm a field scribe, so I'm boots on the ground with the soldiers, but I kind of like pulling the trigger every once in a while. Anyway, I won't bore you with any more of the details. You ready to head out on your assignment?
Ready.
Great. Let me explain what I need you to do. One of the Brotherhood's most important duties is the recovery and preservation of technology that was lost when the bombs fell. I have a list of locations that contain artifacts we need you to recover. in order to have them cataloged and studied by our scribes. Here, this should cover all the information you'll need to find your first artifact. Good luck, and be careful.
She didn't know exactly where this Zephyr Ridge place was, but she was definitely going to go check it out. Well, she was going to leave this here robot with the Brotherhood of Steel, see what they could do to her proper.
Hey.
How may I be of service?
Ada.
How may I be of service, ma'am?
I think it's about time we called it quits.
I wouldn't recommend that course of action, but you're in charge.
Send the robot to someplace she knew was secure. Just so, you know, things didn't go too far awry. Taking a quick look at her map, she'd get her bearings. I knew which way she'd have to go. Far across this here Commonwealth. Yeah, she was worried about what Kellogg would do, but she knew this coward. He'd be holed up for a while. In the meantime, she could go help someone, do some real good. Yeah, her vengeance was at hand, but she had a steady hand and a cool head. I knew, well, she knew she had time. And in that time, she'd have to go out and do some more good. Passing by a quarry, she got herself not ambushed, but certainly attacked by mole rats. And of course, mole rats, filthy creatures. She decided she needed to get off the ground right quick. One mole rat just kept harassing her. Not that she knew a good way to deal with it, other than shooting with it. Things were getting real bad. He was running out of stim packs. Need to get away from these horrible things. Fortunately, she found herself some high ground. And of course, there had to be a raider too. I mean, why not? She needed to dissuade him from shooting her. Fortunately, she knew a good way. She stayed up on that tower for a good long minute before she came down, realizing that things were more or less okay at this time. Well, since all the mole rats were dead, she figured might as well check out what the raider was doing up there. Never know what you're going to find, unless you look. Fortunately, she found herself a little too many things. Had to leave at least something behind. Seeing that she was hurt, had too much stuff, and was about to go on an excursion, she decided, no, better to go off to Diamond City. Unload the unwanted, and fix up her guns and all that. Oh yeah. Diamond City would be the place. Fix up her guns.
Word of advice?
And
call your mother a simp.
sell off what you didn't need.
Hey, Arturo.
If you're thinking safety, a long-range rifle.
Let's see what you got.
Self-defense at its best.
And of course, look for more 44 Magnum. That was the main thing she wanted.
You. Well, I suppose we can do business.
Let's see what you got.
Just don't call it junk.
Sadly, Myrna didn't have what the Ranger was looking for.
Diamond City surplus. Everything you need.
Prescriptions filled. High quality chems right here.
Got too much dirt in that hair? Get it trimmed. You won't regret it.
Extra, extra. Is your neighbor really human? We have the exclusive.
She figured she was awfully tired, and it was getting dark. Might as well find a place to bunk down.
Tim, I need to talk. Just a minute, dear Tim. I am in middle of story. So then, I am crossing river, right? Wearing nothing but a smile. When out comes the most dangerous of all sea monsters, a Mirelurk.
A Mirelurk? Come on. That's like 2 out of 10 points of danger tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
You there. We need to have
I
a
forgot you were there,
conversation.
you fiend. What is it?
Do I know you?
No,
I'll handle it myself.
but I've heard of you. I'm always looking for people who know how to handle themselves in dangerous situations.
I don't mind danger, so long as I get paid well enough.
You'll get paid the starting rate, like everybody else. If you turn out to be as useful as you claim, then we can talk about a raise. By the way, I'm Edward Deegan. You'll mostly be working for me, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. His name is Jack Cabot. He likes to personally interview everyone I hire. He's careful like that. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask to talk to Jack. I'll let him know you're coming.
Apparently she had a reputation that preceded her. This Edward Deegan and this mystery man Jack. Well, they had heard. However, she did need to bunk down for the night.
Oh, a customer. Need a room?
Here's your money.
You're in room 2, just through the door.
After getting her fair share of sleep, which was a good sleep she'd not had in quite some time. Of course, that's what living out on the road will do. She headed out. One thing she probably would never get used to is just how wet this Commonwealth is. She grew up in the deserts, and the rains and the rad storms, all that. She never truly understood. She figured she could start at Theta, make it the short trip over to the North Pass.
What's that?
She wanted to answer them, "Your doom," but she figured that was more than just a little cliche. She had to admit, for herself, that was a new record. 4 super mutants, 1 bullet. Of course, some did help. Seeing them cars in that tree was something new. And the sounds of gunfire, well, that was also unexpected. No, no, no. Now listen carefully. She didn't die to no rad scorpions.
What? Who's there?
Look, she killed her super mutants, all using just 1 bullet. Got herself a mighty fine pistol while she was at it. Then she heard the ruckus and saw the cars up in the tree. Yeah, there were rad scorpions, but she killed those. Now just pay attention. Now, there's something mighty odd around this area. Apparently, them rad scorpions just pulled the settlers right into the ground. There was a Yogwai down in that river. She didn't really want to mess with it. So, discretion being the better part of valor and all, she just let it be. No need to mess with it, so it didn't give her a reason. Didn't mess with her either. She just made sure to run nice and far to make sure that stayed true. As she walked along the northern border of the Commonwealth, she took a few minutes to admire the beauty of the place. Yeah, it wasn't the deserts from home, but it was something else, and it was all its own thing. And in its own way, it was a bit lovely. The giant highway overpasses were something new. Not that it was a bad thing, just a different thing. She still wanted to get up there and take a look and see what that was like at some time, but she could wait. She had to help her Brotherhood friends at this time. As she got further and further away from the cities, she found that this countryside was wide open, kinda pleasant. But you're never gonna guess what she found when she got to the place marked on her map. Go ahead, guess. No, she found a house. Yeah, just a little old homestead, all by its lonesome. Actually looked pretty nice, too. Clearly built pre-war. Upkept pretty good.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her. They could be raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
When she got close to that there house, she heard sounds of conflict. But not gunfire. Nope, just shouting. She'd have to go check that out if she wanted to find out where she was to go next. And with that, I say thank you all for joining me. I hope you're enjoying my content as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. And as you know, I really do like making it for all of you. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for joining me. If you do enjoy my content, please go down below and like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all that wonderful stuff. If you do not, then please go down below, leave a thumbs down, and a comment as to what I could do to make it better, or what is the worst part about watching this. Anyway, if you would like to support my channel in a more meaningful way, then please follow the links down below to my Patreon campaign. Patreon subscribers can get themselves a variety of rewards, including early access, Patreon exclusive videos, and chance to talk to me voice to voice in person. And at the time of recording, tomorrow I'll be readjusting my pay schedule because at the time of recording, Patreon just changed things around and added fees and the like. So I'm going to be reevaluating what kind of bang you're going to get for your buck, because I understand that buck is going to have to stretch a little further. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.